another thing I see is the reps that's eager to learn. They always learning. They always chasing knowledge, reading books, going to events, going to conference, going to seminars. Because our industry, the roofing industry, unfortunately, is one of the most, it's so weird, man. Because our industry is the only industry where people talk bad about conferences and getting training and getting coached. But I've never met an athlete who performs at the highest levels on his own, But sales reps in our industry, they just so arrogant about it. So the people that enjoy like continuously learning, the people that are coachable. And third one, I just say the people who possess a lot of acquiesce. And what is acquiesce? To reluctantly accept the thing without protest, which means anytime you get some high coaching in your life, most people going to ask you to do things that's counterintuitive to how you would do it. And some of the best sales reps I've met, they'll be like, I wouldn't do it that way, but I'm going to trust you. And they'll do it. And then they'll get results. And they'll be like, dang, I never thought about doing it that way. And that's how you add new tools to your tool belt, right? Yeah. To do something that you normally wouldn't do, but I'm gonna try it anyways. And boom, now you getting results that you haven't experienced before. So to break it all back down, they coachable, right? They humble, they possess a certain level of humility. They're always eager to learn. Like they never sitting on, they know everything. They like, okay, it's always another level to go to. And they're willing to do things that they normally wouldn't do that's uncomfortable, but they know it'll help them grow.
Well, Deshaun, I know you said that you kind of came naturally to sales. You have quite a bit of natural charisma. You're a people person. You like to talk. For someone that isn't that, do you think that work ethic can overcome a lack of natural charisma in sales, or do you need that raw talent?
I think you could put in the work to get better at this. I've seen guys do it numerous times. I've seen some of the most introverted people learn how to put on a show. They've learned how to, like, they'll almost go into the field and become a completely different person just for 3-4 hours. Yeah. And then when the day over, they go right back in their shell. Like, they just right back to being quiet. But it's a constant pursuit of improvement. So me, I was naturally a people person, right? So it was easy to talk to people. The difficult thing I had to learn how to do, Eric, was close people. I couldn't close in the beginning. Like, people either did business with me because they really liked me, but I had no closing techniques. I wasn't bold. I wasn't firm. And I used to run from uncomfortable conversations, all of those things. So I was a natural people person. I wasn't a natural firm person. So I developed those skill sets over the years, being more firm, being more direct, like improving my grammar, improving my vocabulary. Those things I had to work on. So I do think an introverted person can be phenomenal at sales because it's about having the awareness to be like, okay, this is what I'm naturally good at. What comes difficult to me? Okay, these things come difficult. Okay. How do I dedicate time to work on these skills? Instead of relying on my strengths too much, how do I, improve some of my quote unquote undeveloped skills? I don't want to call them weaknesses, but maybe those skills are undeveloped yet. So how do you develop those skills? So I've seen a lot of guys that aren't people that outsell the people.
Okay. So you mentioned that you learned some new vocabulary, some new language techniques to increase your closing ability. What were some of those things you discovered? What are the differences in language between people that close and people that don't?
I believe people who close are more assertive. I think people that don't close a lot are very passive. So, for example, when I was my first few years, I would never ask people if they actually wanted to move forward. It was just like, hey, it's just a free inspection, man. If we find damage, we can show you how to help. But in reality, you don't got to do nothing, man. It's just a free inspection. So we would do a lot of free inspections. Then I'd come back and they'd be like, well, we decided we don't want to do anything, but we appreciate the inspection. And I was like, I'm tired of wasting my time. So what we did was something I developed and I learned was, so before we do inspection, we would say, hey, if there is damage, you would want to take that next step to move forward, right? If we did find any issues, you would want to take care of them before they got worse, correct? Just asking those firm, direct questions. Boom, sales numbers started going up. Following up with people that say they want to think about it instead of saying, okay, just let me know when you're ready. Because that's me. I'm not forceful. At my core, I'm not a forceful person. Hey, just let me know when you're ready, man. No big deal. I realized I had a pipeline full of people that want to think about it. I'm like, okay, how do we start getting them to the finish line? Hey, you already got all the information. What's really stopping you from moving forward? Because there's really nothing else left to think about. We just need to make a decision. So what do we do? What do we need to do to make you feel comfortable moving forward? And those were things that I couldn't do because in my mind, that was being too pushy. That was being overly aggressive and nobody like pushy salespeople, blah, blah, blah. And I just realized like, oh, you're not being pushy, man. You're the facilitator. And as a respectful facilitator, it's your responsibility to help people make decisions.
Man, well, I know there's a lot of people kind of freaking out right now. There's a lot of changes coming with AI and automation of a lot of sales processes. Do you think sales is becoming easier or harder in this new industrial revolution, the tech revolution here?
I love it, honestly. Like it's almost like, I don't know if you play Halo growing up. You
Probably
play Halo?
not for 5 years, but
Yeah, I know, right? But you remember the first Halo that came
yeah.
out, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like I look at it now, it's like you Master Chief, and then you got the little computer that be telling you everything you need to know. Like she do all the extensive detailed work. She map out the map. She tell you what type of enemies in there. She tell you how the best pursuit of the best plan of action, the best way to go in there and kill everybody. And you're like, thank you. Boom. Now they done eliminated 80% of your thinking. Now you can just spend your 20% on the thing that you phenomenal at, which is stepping in the house, closing the deal, making money. So I love the way AI is showing up. If I can get an automatic response, so I don't gotta text people back, love it, right? If I can have it set up to do follow-ups for me, I love it, right? If you can call my office and I can't answer the phone, but I got an AI agent that can answer that phone and set up an appointment for the next 2 days while I was asleep, love it.